Okay, day 26 of 365 days of meditation. Woke up this morning, meditated for about 1 hour, which in comparison to the 2.5 hours I did yesterday, it felt like nothing at all. It was a breeze. The time just kind of passed by. I was actually surprised that it was an entire hour that passed, in some sense, before I stopped and got out of the meditation. Just felt very short. So there's some contrast there, I guess, from yesterday's practice. And that actually brings up an interesting subject, the idea of sort of contrast in mood that you may experience, or that I know I have definitely experienced with daily meditation, is that it sort of seems to get better incrementally as you go. This time I was feeling pretty good, pretty quick, but I know that it continues to get better incrementally, and sometimes you take a step back for a day or two or three, and then you take a few steps forward, and just sort of incrementally your mood improves. Your sort of habitual thought patterns that are driving your emotional state just become more and more positive, and you feel better and better and better. But it's incrementally, and so if you've never meditated before, at least when I had never meditated before and I practiced daily for a while, I found that I was almost oblivious to the improvement in my mood. And I mean, I knew I felt better, but I didn't realize how much better I felt at times. And so it was easy once I was feeling pretty good to just stop meditating. It just kind of falls off. The practice fell off. It wasn't intentional in the past when my practice fell off. But what I did start to notice was that things start to roll back the other direction. And that was really actually when I realized how good meditation was making me feel, was when I stopped doing it. When I stopped doing it and my mood started to go backwards, I became very much aware of the contrast and how much better I was feeling when I had been meditating daily. Unfortunately, the last time around, I didn't get back into the practice when my mood started to decline, and I waited a little too long until I just didn't want to do anything anymore, unfortunately. So yeah, that's something, I guess, to be aware of if you are meditating for the purpose of trying to better your mental health, is that it does sort of seem to get better incrementally, and it can unravel pretty quick if you stop. I think our thought processes are unconscious habits, and if we've been forming these negative thought patterns over years and years and years that are contributing to a depressed state or an anxious state, it is not necessarily going to turn around in a month or two or a week or two. It can take quite a while to reverse those patterns of behavior and those patterns of thinking. So if you are meditating, keep going. If you do fall off and you stop and you're not feeling well again, just do what I did. Just this time around, just get back on and go again. Get back on the horse, so to speak. There's no right way to go through this journey. There is no expectations. If it's helped you and you've stopped and you feel like you could use that boost again, just get back on and get going again. That's really what makes all the difference, is that ability to, when you stop something that is a positive habit and you fall back into a negative habit, the ability to just get going and to keep going, that's what can really make all the difference in the world. And the ability to pick it back up when you fall off and get going again. So anyway, that's it for today. Not much to report, as I said. And in closing, if you're struggling with your mental health, talk to somebody, friends, family, colleagues, coworkers, mental health professionals. It is, or it can be it can be the first step, and if it's not the first step, it can be a very powerful step towards improving your mental health. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great evening.